as Alante Crawford and Rashad Richardson ready to tip this game, and we are underway, and it's controlled by the Broncos as Colin Belton gets it to Jesse Berry. Looks like a 2-3 zone defense. Berry over to three-point shot up and no good by Roddy Richardson. Hits and goes out of bounds. So one shot, none, as the Mavericks go on the offense. Ball brought up by Clint Thayer. Man-to-man defense. Now full court pressure. Alante Crawford shot up and good. He gets a nice bounce. So Alante Crawford gets the first points for McCutcheon Mavericks, and they lead by a score of 2-0. Nick Stacy, top of the key. He's looking for Colin Belting, layup up and good. So a baseline drive by Colin Belting, and we're tied 2-2. This game shaping up to be a real barn burner here at the Crawley Center. Bronco basketball here on Jeff 92. Yours truly, Sweet Lou Jeff Luzatter. Shot up by Kanoy, up and no good. Another shot up and no good by Huntsinger. And another rebound by the Mavericks. Del Rio misses. Here's Berry with a long three-pointer. Gets nothing but air. He came across half court, looked, and about 5 feet outside the three-point line and got nothing but air. So we're tied 2-2 here with 6:45 to go here in the first period. Mavericks on the offense. Clint Thayer. Pass into Kanoy. Kanoy tries to pass it into Huntsinger. Now back over to Thayer. Thayer into Brad Kanoy. Now it's stolen. Broncos have it. Stolen by Nick Stacy. He's across half court. Top of the key, and just inside. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Rashad Richardson. He's in the paint. Gets it over to Nick Stacy. Stacy. Deflection. Out of bounds. Controlled by the Broncos. It was tipped by Clint Thayer. So the Broncos will trigger it right at the half court. Rashad Richardson into Jesse Berry. Berry getting instructions from Coach Bunnell. They're going to run a play here. A 2-1-2 zone. Here's Berry on the wing, looking inside. Over Rashad, top of the key. He's in the paint. Roddy Richardson from the baseline. Three is good. Roddy Richardson with his first points of the game, a three-pointer, and the Broncos lead 5-2 with 5:45 to go here. Oh, we got a reach-in foul on Jesse Berry. He got a little bit too close to Clint Thayer, the 6'2 junior for the Mavericks. First foul in the ball game, and of course the first foul on Jesse Berry. Ball going to be triggered in by Vince Huntsinger for the Mavericks. Here's a three-pointer by Crawford, is good from the wing. Alante Crawford, a three-pointer. This game is tied 5-5. Now, zone press put on by the Mavericks. Berry gets it across the timeline. He's on the wing now. Now he gets it over to Roddy Richardson. He's over in the area hit before. Here's Jesse Berry from the top of the three. Good. Jesse Berry with a three-pointer. 8-5. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Man-to-man defense. Now we're double teamed. It's stolen by Roddy Richardson. He's on the wing. Now he's driving to the basket. Up and good. Blocking foul, and it counts. Richardson with a two-pointer, 5 points now for Roddy Richardson. Bucket's good. Foul on Alante Crawford. That's his first foul and the first team foul on the Mavericks. So the Broncos lead 10-5. Richardson going for the and one here. Eyes it, flies it, up and no good. Rebound by Juan Del Rio for the Mavericks. He gets it over to Clint Thayer. He's got across the timeline now. Good ball pressure by Jesse Berry. Roddy Richardson now getting pressure on Huntsinger. Mavericks almost throw it away, but it's deflected off the hands of Nick Stacy for the Broncos. Like the inbounds pass is going to be triggered in by Bradley Kanoy. Pass into Hunsinger. Now he gets it to the top of the key to Clint Thayer. Thayer again with Barry. Rashad Richardson now over to Kanoy. Kanoy in the paint. 10-footer up and good. So Brady Kanoy with his first 2 points of the ball game. That closes the gap. Broncos 10. Mavericks 7. 4:18 to go. Roddy Richardson, three-pointer up and no good. Rebound by Juan Del Rio, the 6'3 sophomore for Rick Peckinpah's Mavericks. Here's a three-pointer by Crawford, up and no good. Nick Stacy with a rebound. He loses the handle, but Roddy Richardson helps him out. Now over to Barry. Barry in the baseline now. He's hawked by Thayer. Nick Stacy on the wing here right in front of us. Air ball, up and no good. So 2 air balls here for the Broncos. McCutcheon Maverick fans are right to my left here, ladies and gentlemen, and they're letting Nick Stacy know that was an air ball. 3:43 to go here in the first period. 10-7. Again, Barry. Pressure. Here's a pass into Del Rio, up and good as he got in between his man and the basket and got his first 2 points of the game. That closes the gap now to 10-9. Nick Stacy shot up and no good. No foul call. Gets his own rebound. Takes a shot. And he's going to be fouled by Alontre Crawford. Yep, they're going to get it Del Rio. His first for the 6'3 sophomore Juan Del Rio. 10-9. Nick Stacy, his first time at the free throw line. First free throw up, and it is good. So Nick Stacy with his first points of the ball game. Substitution for the Broncos, R.J. Layton in for Colin Belting for the Broncos of Lafayette Jeff. 11 for the Broncos of Lafayette Jeff and 9 for the McCutcheon Mavericks here. Second free throw up and good by Nick Stacy. That extends the Bronco lead to 3 now, 12-9 with 3:43 to go, or 3:23 to go here in the first period. Again, this game's looking like it's going to be a dandy. Shot up and good. One-handed shot by Vince Hunsinger for the McCutcheon Mavericks. Oh, Jesse Berry almost, Nick Stacy almost loses a handle. R.J. Layton with shot up and no good. That was a three-pointer. Probably ill-advised three-pointer here, just coming cold off the bench. 2:52 to go, 12-11. Man-to-man defense put on by the Broncos. Here's Thayer, shot up and no good. Good hustle by R.J. Layton. He gets it over to Roddy Richardson across the timeline. Jesse Berry driving to the basket, going to have a reach-in foul. Before the shot, says the referee, foul on Brady Kanoy. That's his first foul, 13th foul. Substitution for McCutcheon, Austin Price, a 5'7 sophomore, comes into the ball game. And we've got a stoppage in play here. It looks like Jesse Berry lost a contact, but he's getting it put back in by himself. So there won't be a timeout charged to Lafayette Jeff. And it looks like he's getting it in all right, but having a little bit of problem. The trainer of the year, Mr. Jeff Clevenger, ready to go. We have 2:36 to go here in the first period. Lafayette Jeff 12 and McCutcheon 11. Three-pointer up and good by Jesse Berry. His second three-pointer, he has 6 points, and must have got that contact in correctly because he saw the basket, and it's now 15-11. Lafayette Jeff over McCutcheon. Pressure put on by Rashad Richardson. There's a shot up by Kanoy, up and no good. Roddy Richardson gets the rebound. He gets it over to half court. Now to Nick Stacy. Stacy, Richardson, about 3 feet over. Three-pointer up and good. Roddy Richardson with a three-pointer, his second one. 8 points now and timeout as Coach Rick Peckinpah has seen enough as the Broncos of Lafayette Jeff lead McCutcheon 18-11. McCutcheon Mavericks 18-11. 7 to go here in the first period as the Mavericks of McCutcheon called a timeout after a three-pointer by Roddy Richardson. and talk things over here, and we'll see what happens. Berry pressuring Thayer, and we got a 5-second count called on Thayer. So good defense by the Broncos as a closely guarded violation on McCutcheon. Substitution for the Broncos, Courtney Walden, a 6-foot junior, a 3-point special. He's on the wing. Here's Berry across the timeline. Walden, three-pointer from the corner, up and no good. Rebound by the Mavericks. Here comes Thayer. Thayer gets it over to Crawford. Back to Thayer. Thayer on the wing. Can't do anything. Gets it over to Price to run their offense. Here's Austin Price with a three-pointer. So the 5'7" sophomore gets his first points of the game, and that closes the gap. They now trail 18-14. Lafayette Jeff over McCutcheon. 1 minute to go here in the first period. J&C Hoops Classic semifinal action. Walden over to Berry. Here's Berry, three-pointer right in front of us, up and no good. Colin Belding back in the ballgame. He gets a rebound. Now to Richardson. Here's Rashad Richardson, up and no good, but nobody to rebound for the Broncos. So we're down to 40 seconds. We'll see if Coach Peckinpah wants to just hold the ball here. Trailing 18-14. Looks like they're trying to go for a basket. Running their offense right now. 30 seconds to go. Brady Canoy over to Thayer. Thayer now to Alante Crawford. Looks like they are going to hold for one. We're down to 20 seconds to go. Man-to-man defense. Crawford hawked by Roddy Richardson. Now he's at the top of the key. Berry now double team. They get into the paint. Got a charging foul called on Juan Del Rio. He took a turn to the basket and ran right into Rashad Richardson. Fell to the floor right inside the paint. So an offensive foul called on the Mavericks. 8.7 seconds to go. Full court pressure. Here's Berry. Shot up by Walden, up and no good. Again, a shot by up and no good by Colin Belding. So we've come to the end of the first period with a score. Lafayette Jeff 18, McCutcheon 4 to start the second period. Broncos slowed the offense down a little bit tonight. They're looking a lot sharper than they did against Frankfurt in the game on Tuesday night. Defense looking pretty sharp right now, too. Again, a man-to-man defense. Mavericks get it inside. Hunsinger with a two-pointer right inside the paint. His first 2 points of the game. Closes the gap. Jeff 18, McCutcheon 16. Berry over to Rashad Richardson. Tried to get it inside to Colin Belding, but knocked out of bounds. Good defensive play out there by Clint Thayer for the Mavericks. It's going to be triggered in by Courtney Walden for Lafayette Jeff. Roddy Richardson shot up and good, and a foul. So a nice play by Roddy Richardson. That foul's going to be on Vince Hunsinger. That's his first, team's fifth. So 5 fouls called on the Mavericks, 1 foul called on the Broncos. Roddy Richardson. Shot up and good. We unofficially have Roddy with 9 points for the Broncos. Full court pressure now put on by Lafayette Jeff as the Mavericks get it across the timeline. Crawford gets it over to Thayer. Thayer three-pointer up and no good. Nice rebound by Rashad Richardson. He gets it across the timeline over to Walden in the corner. Shot up and no good. Rasheed with the rebound over to Richardson. Richardson now to Berry on the wing. Shot up and good. And the offensive foul called on Jesse Berry. So that call was called way across court here. One official didn't even call anything, and the other one on the other side of the floor called an offensive foul on Jesse Berry. So that's Berry's second foul. He's going to come out of the ball game. Nick Stacy's going in for Barry, so a tough foul for Jesse as one official didn't call anything and the other one on the other side of the floor made a call. Kind of unusual there. 7:03 to go. 21 for Lafayette Jeff, 16 for the McCutcheon Mavericks. Clint Thayer gets across the timeline. He's being hawked by Rashad Richardson. Here's Thayer going for it out of bounds. Scott Bunnell not happy with that call. Looks like he traveled just before the layup, but no call. Mavericks going to trigger it in. Brady Kanoy going to trigger it in for McCutcheon. Almost stolen by Nick Stacy. Good pressure by Nick Stacy, and he's called for a reach-in foul. Almost got that stolen by Alante Crawford of the Mavericks. So Brady Kanoy going to trigger the ball in right in front of us here. 6:48 to go here in the first half. Lafayette Jeff 21, McCutcheon 16. Here's Thayer, top of the key. Gets it over to Crawford. Crawford on the wing. He's going to take a three-pointer over Roddy Richardson. Up and no good. Rebound by Kanoy. Up and no good. And Walden gets the rebound and gets it taken away, and a traveling call on Clint Thayer as he tried to go too quickly for a layup. He had an open lane toward the basket. Substitution for Lafayette Jeff, R.J. Layton in for Courtney Walden. Jesse Berry back in for the Broncos. He replaces Nick Stacy. Ball being triggered right in front of the Lafayette Jefferson bench here. Berry, double team, almost stolen. Nice defensive play by Brady Kanoy, the 6'1 junior for McCutcheon. He almost stole that from Jesse Berry, but knocked it out of bounds. Nick Stacy going to trigger the ball in for the Broncos right here at half court, right in front of us. Stacy, Colin Belding, Roddy Richardson on the wing. Now Colin Belding with a three-pointer. Good! Colin Belding with his first three-pointer. He has a two-pointer earlier, so he has 5 points now. Looks like we got a blocking foul out of bounds as a shot was taken by Alante Crawford as the Mavericks get the ball up quickly. Belding getting a little excited there, got a three-pointer and then committed a reach-in foul in the paint on McCutcheon's end. It's going to be triggered in by Brady Kanoy of the Mavericks. He's looking inside. He has to throw outside to Crawford. Crawford being hawked by Nick Stacy here at the top of the key. He's still holding the ball. Close to a 5 count there, but he just gets the ball away. Hunsinger over to Crawford, top of the key. R.J. Layton guarding Austin Price, top of the key. Mavericks running their offense. Could be a layup time for Kanoy, and he throws it out of bounds underneath the basket. So turnover for the Mavericks as they trail 24-16 with 5:40 to go here in the first period. JNC Hoops semifinal action. Second game. The winner of this game will play the Harrison Raiders for the 2009 JNC Hoops Classic Championship. Roddy Richardson with a three-pointer up and no good. It's one and done for the Broncos on the offensive end. Here comes Thayer. And we're switching, or the Broncos switching defenses here. Looks like it's a 2-3 zone now, but they're double teaming the ball. Here's the ball. Intercepted by Nick Stacy. Shot up and good. So Stacy with his first field goal. He has 2 free throws, 4 points now, and the Broncos lead by 10 with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Completely different team than we had against the Frankfurt Hot Dogs. Here's a shot up by Austin Price, up and no good, and Roddy Richardson with a rebound. Long pass to Barry. He's in the paint, up and good. And Rick Peckinpah has seen enough of the Broncos here as he calls a 30-second timeout. As we'll go ahead and keep 4:47 to go here in the first half. And here comes the Mavericks on the offense. Ball brought up by Alante Crawford, being hawked by Nick Stacy. Crawford shot up and no good. Crawford with his own rebound, up and good. Crawford now with 7 points, leading scorer for the Mavericks. 28-18. Barry Top of the key. Over to Nick Stacy right in front of us for a three-pointer. Up and no good. Colin Belding. If he'd have stayed where he was at, he probably got that rebound, but he headed toward the basket. He was over long in the baseline, and that shot went off the rim and headed right over where he should have, where he was before. So here come the Mavericks. It's like a 2-3 zone defense now for Lafayette Jeff. Coach Scott Bunnell changing defenses on the Mavericks here. Shot up by Kanoy, up and no good. Roddy Richardson with the rebound. Broncos getting good defensive position. Barry right in front of us gets called for traveling. Turnover for the Broncos. 3:56 to go here in the first half. 28 for Lafayette Jeff, 18 for the McCutcheon Mavericks. Come the Mavericks. Monte Crawford, the point man. Gets it across the timeline, looking over for someone to get open. Rashad Richardson at the turnover. Colin Belding intercepts a pass down on the baseline. Here comes Roddy Richardson across half court. Nick Stacy, top of the key. He's called for traveling. Rashad Richardson in for R.J. Layton of Lafayette Jeff. Broncos got quick feet tonight, and the officials are right on top of it. Those are traveling calls. So another turnover for the Broncos. Here come the Mavericks. Again, Crawford across the timeline. Gets it over to Austin Price. Price being hawked by Stacy. Whoop, there's a steal. Here comes Barry. Shot up and good. Jesse Barry with another two-pointer. His first two-pointer of the contest. He has 8 points now, 30-18, 3:15 to go here in the first half. Here's a three-pointer by Kanoy of the Mavericks, up and no good. Nice play by Roddy Richardson as both him and Alante Crawford were headed toward the corner, and Roddy got to the ball first, hit it off of Crawford and went out of bounds off of Crawford's leg. So Bronco basketball. Nick Stacy driving layup into Colin Belding, up and no and good. So Belding coming from the opposite side gets 2 points. He now has 7 points, and it's 32-18 as the Broncos are looking really good here. Three-pointer up and good by Crawford. They cannot leave him open. That's his second three-pointer. 32-21. 2:30 to go. Nick Stacy gets it across half court. Now to Barry. Barry three-pointer from the top. Up and no good. There's Thayer with the rebound for the Mavericks. McCutcheon, Alante Crawford now across the timeline. Now we're going to man-to-man defense, as does the Broncos. Almost a 5 count out here. Better watch out. Crawford, hawked by Jesse Barry. Now he gets it over to Price. Crawford almost loses the handle. Now gets it into Thayer. Thayer being hawked by Jesse Barry. They're just kind of passing it out. Passing around outside the three-point area here. They're looking for a three, but nobody knows. Here's a driving layup by Kanoy, up and no good, and a rebound by Colin Belding. Colin Belding playing a nice floor game tonight for the Broncos. Roddy Richardson, it's like a reach-in foul right in front of us on Brady Kanoy. It's going to be Kanoy's second foul, and that's going to be the 16th foul on the Mavericks. Substitution, Vince Hunsinger, the 6'3" sophomore. The Mavericks have two seniors on the roster. So Rick Peckinpah, as a young ball club, has a promising club coming in the next couple of years. 7 sophomores and 2 juniors do the Mavericks. Jesse Barry just dribbling the ball out here at the top of the key. Now he's trying to make a move over to Nick Stacy. Stacy, Roddy Richardson from the wing. Three-pointer up and no good. Colin Belding gets it. Rashad Richardson shot up and good. Rashad with his first 2 points of the game, 34-21. We've come to the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Lafayette Jeff leading McCutcheon. Mavericks on the attack. Del Rio Almost stolen by Jesse Berry here. Gets the ball over to Hunsinger. He steals it. Berry. Layup is good. We've got Jesse Berry with 10 points now. We've come to the 42nd mark here of the first half. 36-21. Lafayette Jeff over McCutcheon here in the J&C Hoops Classic. Mavericks on the attack. Crawford has it. Gets it over to Thayer. Thayer gets it over to Price. He's at the top of the key. I think Rick Peckinpah is going to hold for one here. Price gets it over to Thayer. They're looking at the clock again. Down to 19 seconds. Price over toward the wing. Here's Nick Stacy putting pressure on Crawford. Here's Price. A three-pointer is good. Austin Price, his second three-pointer. He has now 6 points, 5 seconds to go. Berry across the timeline. Roddy Richardson, three-pointer off the rim and no good as we've come to the end of the first half of the semifinal action. Those are going to get possession of the ball here. Berry right in front of the Jeff bench. Over to Richardson, now to Nick Stacy. It's like a 2-1-2 zone defense by McCutcheon. Nick Stacy, three-pointer, up and no good. Boy, Colin Belding has just had a heck of a game.
Yes, Jay. He has. He's been all over the place. Everywhere they need him.
Yeah, you got the stats there. He ain't got a lot of points, but he's got some rebounds, and Broncos going to be triggered in by Rashad Richardson. He's going to throw it in his backcourt to Nick Stacy. Stacy Belding up and good.
That was a little.
It's either a timing play or it's just eye to eye and say, hey, I'm going to run this play, Jade.
Yeah.
Here's Price for the Broncos. He gets it over to Kanoy. Kanoy to Hunsinger. He's being hawked by Rashad Richardson. Again, the Bronco defense looking really good too, Jade.
Absolutely. They're in a physical man, what they're known for.
Almost a 5 count there by Brady Kanoy. Here's a three-pointer by Price. Up and no good. Boy, look at Rashad. Oh, that's Berry up for the rebound. Boy, he skied for that rebound. He gets across half court. Over to Rashad. Now over to Nick Stacy in the corner for a three. Good!
Stacy heating up from beyond the arc.
First three-pointer for Nick Stacy. He's got 5 points now as the Broncos extend their lead 41-24. Don't think Rick Peckinpah expected this to happen. Here's a shot up by Crawford. Is good. 10-footer for Alante Crawford for the Mavericks of McCutcheon. 6:30 to go here in the third period. 41-26. Roddy Richardson over to Nick Stacy. Colin Belding with a three. Up and no good. And there's Nick Thayer. Boy, he's a wide body in there.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite sure how Peckinpah had him out on the point, but they switched the offense down. They got him down in the paint a little bit. Man-to-man defense by the Broncos. The Mavericks running their offense. Looks like they're just kind of passing around on the side here. Stolen by Jesse Berry, but picked up again by Price. We got a timeout as Rick Peckinpah again. Not real happy. He's going to take a 30. Ball was doing it all. So they're going to trigger the ball in. Vince Hunsinger. He gets the ball to Alante Crawford. Crawford being hawked by Stacy. Now over to Hunsinger. Now back to Crawford. He's at the top of the key. Nick Stacy put a lot of pressure on the ball here. Almost stolen by Colin Belding. Now to Hunsinger. He's on the wing. Can't do anything with it. Now back to Alante Crawford. Again, Stacy putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Pass into shot up and no good as Nick Stacy tried to get a shot or block a shot by Crawford in the paint. Up and no good. And Crawford's going to shoot 2 free throws. So Nick Stacy with his second foul, first foul of the second half on Lafayette Jeff. 2 free throws now for the 5'11 senior for the McCutcheon Mavericks.
Rick Peckinpah had a word with him right before he went to the charity stripe, and it looked like he was a little concerned with the way the offense was flowing.
First free throw up and no good by Crawford. Well, you look at this lineup for McCutcheon, they've only got 3 seniors, excuse me. So a lot of sophomores. It's like about 5 sophomores, only 2 juniors. So I'm sure Peckinpah looking forward to the next couple of years for the McCutcheon Mavericks. Get a lot of these sophomores playing time. Free throw again. Both free throws missed by Crawford. He gets his own rebound, and now Nick Stacy gets a reach-in foul. That's going to be his third.
Getting a little overzealous on defense, Lou. That's 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, R.J. Layton comes in for Nick Stacy, as we mentioned. Stacy with his third foul, second team foul on the Broncos here in the second half. 5:25 to go here in the third period. 41 for Lafayette Jeff, 26 for McCutcheon. Again, the winner of this game will play tomorrow night, approximately 7:30, against the Harrison Raiders for the JNC Hoops Championship. Here's Price again for a three-pointer from the wing, air ball. Roddy Richardson with the rebound. He's got it across half court. Now he's looking toward the basket. We got a foul. I'm not sure whether it's active shooting or not. We'll see if it is. No, it's going to be before. They're going to get the big boy, Juan Del Rio, the 6'3 sophomore. And that's Del Rio's third team foul, first team foul for the Mavericks. Here's Jesse Berry on the wing. Over to Rashad. Driving layup back over to Roddy right here in front of us for a three-pointer, up and no good. And there, again, Colin Belding tips the ball back out to Roddy Richardson. Boy, what a game Colin Belding is playing. Berry with a three. Good. Wow.
That was an off-balance shot, and he got it all net.
Yeah. Price was all over him. 44-26. Lafayette Jeff on top here. 4:36 to go in the third period. Price right in front of us.
Broncos in a 2-1-2 zone now.
Huntsinger with a three-pointer. Vince Huntsinger, a three-pointer for the Mavericks. 44-29. Here's Berry across half court for Lafayette Jeff. Double team over to Rashad Richardson. He looks back over to Berry. Berry a three-pointer. Good.
That was even longer than the last one, Lou.
Consecutive three-pointers by Jesse Berry. What do you have it on the stat sheet there? What do you have?
12, I believe.
He had 12, and he's got 2 three-pointers. 4 minutes to go. The Mavericks on the attack. Here's Crawford, top of the key. Price again with a three-pointer. Again, another air ball, and there's reliable Colin Belding. Richardson to Berry. Can't get the roll. Tough break for Berry. He's a little bit under the basket. Too far into the basket. Ball to roll. Rebound by the Mavericks. Shot up and no good by Del Rio. And here comes Lafayette Jeff. Roddy Richardson gets it over to Berry. Again, Berry with another three-pointer. Good!
He can't miss right now, Lou.
3 for 3 for Jesse Berry, and Rick Peckinpah's seen enough.
That was about an NBA range three.
Oh, my God. He said one three-pointer, and then as farther he got out over. Mavericks going to trigger it in. Going to be triggered in by Clint Thayer. He's been pretty quiet. Here hadn't had the ball too much when he's been down in the paint. He's going to be at the top of the key now. Broncos look like a 2-3 zone. Here's Crawford, 17-footer, good. Shot over Rashad Richardson.
Crawford pretty much carrying the Mavericks tonight, doing over half the scoring.
Rashad gets it into R.J. Layton. Layton, oh, nice look by Roddy Richardson. He looked for Rashad in the paint there, but was tapped out of bounds by the Mavericks. Nick Stacy back into the ballgame for Lafayette Jeff. He's going to trigger in the baseline pass. He gets it into Richardson on the wing. He's headed toward the basket. He's going to have a reach-in foul, looks like, before the shot. Foul's on number 44. That's Clint Thayer. First foul on Thayer. Each team now with 2 team fouls here in the second half. Again, Nick Stacy gets it into Jesse Berry. Rashad. Now Roddy Richardson. He's at the free throw line. Stacy, three-pointer. Up and no good, but Roddy Richardson, nice offensive rebound. He's headed toward the basket, up and good. So nice offensive move there by Roddy Richardson.
Awfully close to being an and-one, too, as Alontae Crawford is trying to draw the charge, but fell before.
Steal by R.J. Layton. Here comes Berry. He missed the dunk. He missed the dunk. Jesse Berry hustle gets a steal. He missed the dunk, and then we got a reach-in foul. Huh? Holy cow, what a sequence of events there. Berry goes in for the dunk, and he misses it. His off the back. McCutcheon gets the rebound, but Berry hustles and reaches from behind, knocks it off, gets it into Nick Stacy, and the Broncos head the other way, and then they're going to reach-in foul. Foul on Brady Canoy for McCutcheon. Colin Belting back in for R.J. Layton. Boy, what a job Layton did. 2:19 to go here in the third period. Lafayette Jeff in command here, 52-31. Richardson, Roddy Richardson, top of the key. He's headed to the basket, shot up and good, but he's fouled. It just looks like, Jade, the Mavericks are, unlike the Hot Dogs, they're just not getting into the position fast enough to draw those charging fouls like the Hot Dogs did against us.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble adjusting to the Broncos' quickness.
Yeah, absolutely. Roddy Richardson, 2 free throws here. First free throw up, nothing but net for the senior.
You know, it says something, Lou, about Barry's commitment when, you know, when you miss a dunk in front of a crowd like this, it can be pretty embarrassing. But he hustled right back and got that steal, so made up for it right
absolutely.
away.
Second free throw up and no good by Roddy Richardson. 53-31. We were just short of the 2-minute mark here in the third period. Broncos well in command of this game. Again, the winner will play the Harrison Raiders for the 2009 JNC Hoops Championship. Up, we got a kick ball. There's a pass trying to be by Crawford. He tried to get it into Price on the baseline, but Nick Stacy kicked the ball. So Mavericks will trigger it in right in front of their bench. Brady Canoy. Now he gets it into Crawford, the 5'11 senior for Rick Peckinpah's Mavericks. Here's Thayer at the top of the key over to Price. Now he can't do anything with it. Here's Thayer, shot up and good. 15-footer. Got him, and that's his first 2 points I got him for. 1:39 to go here. Barry, top of the key. Now over to Roddy Richardson. It's like a man-to-man defense. Colin Belting open in the paint there. Roddy didn't see him. Now Rashid, he's going up for a shot. Up and no good. He's called for traveling.
Just took 2 crow hops instead of 1.
Good point there, Jay. 1:25 to go here in the third period. 53-33, a 20-point lead for Lafayette Jeff over the McCutcheon Mavericks in the semifinals of the JNC Hoops. Long three-pointer by Brady Canoy is good. So he just looked at the basket, said, hey, I'm going to take this, and he didn't. Went in. Barry across the timeline, down to Nick Stacy. Stacy headed to the basket. Going to be called for a charging foul. That looked like the Frankfurt game.
Yeah, Mavericks in a 2-3 zone that time, and I think they gave themselves a little bit better chance to set it up, and it worked out for them.
Fourth team foul on Nick Stacy as he's going to take a seat as R.J. Layton comes back into the ball game for the Mavericks. They're trailing 53-36 with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Listen to Bronco basketball on WJEF, Jeff 92 on the campus of Lafayette Jeff High School. Sweet Lou, Jeff Luzader along with Jade Washburn. Nice move by number 42, Vince Hunsinger, inside the paint. 53-38 with 40 seconds to go here in the third period. Barry, we got a hold on Crawford as Barry tried to make a move to the basket. A reach-in foul on Crawford. Crawford, a 5'11 senior for Rick Peckinpah's Mavericks. Got a nice crowd here for a Friday night.
Definitely. Both sides, too.
Again, the winner of this game will play Harrison. The loser of this game will play West Lafayette at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Barry, I think Coach Funnels got him holding for 1. Passive defense by Crawford on Barry. Not a 5 count yet. So Barry's just right in front of the scores table, right in front of us. Now he's within 6 foot. Barry gets it over to R.J. Layton, now over to Belting. Rashad Richardson with a 3. And there's the buzzer. Ending the third quarter. So the Broncos in command here, 56-38. We'll take a 1-minute break. West Lafayette Red Devils. And something ironic, tomorrow both CC and Westside will be at full strength, Jade.
Yes, they will.
Call the fourth period. Here's Jade Washburn.
Thank you, Lou. Alante Crawford just passes half court. and gets a back behind the pass to Hunsinger for the score. Berry now with the ball. Double team in half court. Passes over to Layton. Layton back to Berry, now crossing the timeline. Over to Rashad Richardson, dribbling around the top of the key. Going to take a shot from the top of the key, up and good for Rashad Richardson.
Nice to see that left hand, since I'm a left-handed myself, Jay. Nice to see the lefty get a three-pointer.
Yeah, there's a couple lefties on this Broncos team. Crawford now with the ball. Looping pass over to Thayer. Thayer looking for someone to hand the ball off to. Gets it to Kanoy. Kanoy double-teamed over to Price at the wing. Feeds the pass inside to Hunsinger. Hunsinger with a shot up, no good. Rebound by Colin Beltink. Hands it off to Berry now. Berry going to take it up across half court. Setting up the offense. Gets it over to Rashad Richardson at the elbow. Guarded by Thayer.
Roddy looks like he's just going to take his time out there. I think Bunnell may just have them be real patient.
Broncos are in no hurry as R.J. Layton puts up a wide open three from the wing. No good. Rebound by Alante Crawford. Full court pass now up to Hunsinger. Lay-in, no good. Rebound by Rashad Richardson.
Looks like Hunsinger was just a little intimidated by that defense there in the paint, and that's why he missed that layup.
Yeah, his eyes got pretty wide, Luke.
What am I going into here?
Roddy Richardson now with the ball, still in no hurry to go anywhere. Finally does. Over to Berry from the elbow with a shot up and good. Berry. It's been a while since his last three, but he seems to still be in that zone as he's made his fourth consecutive three-point shot. And Crawford now driving up the court, puts a shot up and fouled. They're going to get R.J. Layton on the foul, but I think they're going to get him on the ground. Yep, before the shot, foul on Layton. That's his first foul of the game. As Kanoy is set to trigger it in now from the baseline. Kanoy's pass barely gets off in time to Alante Crawford, guarded by Layton.
Good defense, Jay, by the Broncos.
Absolutely. As another foul going to be called.
He's going to get RJ again.
Again, for a reach-in foul this time.
Well, Layton's saying that he's got a chicken wing out there pushing him before he's making the foul.
Well, the call is going to go the way of the Mavericks. So Kanoy again will key it in. A looping pass over to can't go anywhere with it. Has to dribble it back outside. Now at half court. Taking advice from Peckinpah. Pick and roll to Thayer. Now over to Hudsucker. Puts up a shot. And good by Alante Crawford.
Yeah, the Broncos just need to take their clock to their best friend here.
Absolutely. 62-42. 5:37 left in this game as Berry going to be called.
Palming the ball, Jade. He looked like he got on the bottom there, at least what the official said.
Well, he was going in for a drive and probably just got a little bit too much of a grip on the ball. So Mavericks will take over now. Crawford coming up the court again. Met at half court by Layton. Stolen in traffic by Roddy Richardson. Going to take it up the court.
Got a charging foul again.
Lay it in, and they are going to get Roddy for a charge. They're going to call. They're going to say that Crawford's feet were set, so that's a third consecutive turnover, I believe, for the Broncos on offense. It appears we have some moisture on the floor, so the referee's going to tend to that under the basket.
Well, the scoreboard looks pretty good. A 20-point lead, 62-42, with 5:26 to go in this game. And unless the Broncos just really cave in here, it's like we're going for take on the Harrison Raiders for the championship tomorrow night, Jade.
Well, let's hope so. Crawford now gets the pass from Thayer. Bring it up the court. Looking for someone, gets to Thayer. Goes for the backstream pass, can't get it. Now to the top of the key to Kanoy. Puts an off-balance shot up, no good. Rebound by Roddy Richardson. Roddy hustling up the court now. Met by Del Real. From the top of the key, Richardson backs off.
It's like they may just pass it around here and take some time off the clock, Jade.
Like I said, they're in no hurry. The clock is their opponent right now. Roddy with the ball again from half court. Pass inside to Colin Beltink, and Beltink with an uncontested layup. Thayer was going for the steal and missed it, so that left Beltink all alone on the basket for an easy 2 points.
Collin been a little sneaky tonight. I think that's his third layup in the paint.
Yeah, in that fashion, too. That's Crawford now. Going around the defense. Kicks it out to Kanoy. Top of the key. Kanoy guarded heavily by Roddy. Passed it over to Crawford. Crawford going to put up a 17-footer. Can't go. Rashad Richardson tried to get the rebound, but last touch is out of bounds, so Mavericks will retain possession. Score now 64-42. 4:17 left in this game. There's Kanoy. Now passes it in to Price. Price quickly swings it to Crawford, back to Kanoy. Kanoy penetrating, putting a circus shot layup and can't go for him. Rebound by Roddy Richardson. Richardson coming inside, penetrating now. Pass over to Layton, kicks it back out to Barry. Barry with a move and a foul going to be called on Alante Crawford.
Well, this game's going to slow down here because each team now has 16 fouls, so the next foul will be one and bonus for both teams. We're at the 3:57 mark of the game. The Broncos ahead 64-42.
Rashad Richardson into Barry. Back to Rashad now, over to Layton. Layton back to Rashad. Rashad going to drive in. Gets the lay-in. All nothing but net. Rashad Richardson adds another 2 points onto his total.
Very fortunate he didn't get a charging foul there, but I think the kid may have fell down. That's why the referee didn't call it.
Absolutely. It's now almost a steal at half court. And it is. Roddy Richardson had possession, and Coach Bona quickly came over and called a timeout, so the Broncos will have possession going into this timeout as Coach Peck.
If Frankfurt had hit their free throws, they'd have got us the other night. So,
well, free throw is always an important entity for any team, no matter the situation. Back to the action now. Nick Stacy gets a pass in from Rashad Richardson. Started by Thayer. Stacy shakes him off. Pass nearly stolen by Crawford, but Barry managed to scramble for the loose ball. Barry with a pass over to Rashad Richardson now. Fakes it and then passes to Roddy. Roddy going to drive baseline, put the layup in, and good. As the score now 68-42 at the 3-minute mark left in this game. Crawford again, pass over to Thayer. Thayer going to put up an off-balance three-point shot, no good. Rebound by Rashad Richardson. Rashad up to his brother, now coming up the court. At the elbow, shakes off Del Real. And a foul now on Del Real as he was going for the ball.
Well, that's going to be the 7th team foul on the Mavericks. There's going to be 5 fouls on Del Rio, too.
Yep, he's going to foul out, Lee. So we'll have some substitutions now for the Mavericks and the Broncos. Courtney Walden, Chris Nesselrode, Justin Ulmer, and Akela McCutcheon coming in for the Broncos. And Miles Bell coming in for the Mavericks.
Well, Jade, you know this Bronco team better than the rest of us. Who's cutting their hair? Because I seen, besides Jesse having his number on the side, I see Nick Stacy's got his number 24 on the side. You know who the Lafayette Jeff basketball team barber is, or?
I don't, Lou, but I know that they're being pretty unique with their hairdos this year. 3 of them with mohawks, including Colin Beltink and, as you mentioned, Jesse Perry. As Roddy Richardson from the free throw line. And put his first shot up and good. First of a 1-and-1. Another substitution now coming in for the Mavericks. Number 14, Michael Summer. Replacing Vince Hunsicker. And now another substitution for the Mavericks. R.J. Dixon going to get Price.
Not sure what the discussion here is with Coach Bunnell, but Richardson ready to shoot his second free throw here.
And he does. Shot up and good. Now another substitution for the Broncos. Along with
we're going to go ahead Richardson out. Going to go ahead and get Roddy Richardson out of the ball game.
Now across half court. Guarded by Ulmer. Broncos in a 2-3 zone. Shifting to the passing is Parker with the ball. Back to Dixon. Dixon from the top of the key. Looking for someone, can't really get it anywhere. Over to Parker, and a foul going to be called on the Broncos. They're going to get Chris Nesselrode for his first of the night.
Like a hand check there, Jade. He tried to head to the basket. Nesselrode just put his hand out there and held him from advancing to the basket.
Yep, and with that foul, Broncos going to the bonus now. So the first of a 1-and-1 up by Parker, no good. And a scramble for the ball. Last touch, they're going to say, by the Broncos. So Mavericks will retain possession after the missed free throw.
55 seconds to go here in the contest.
And they triggered into Dixon now. Dixon trying to get something going. Over to Parker. Parker with a shot up off the mark. Rebound by Parker, and a shot up again. It's going to be a foul. I don't know if it was before the shot or not. No, it was in the act of shooting. Courtney Walden's first foul of the game. So Parker will again go to the line for a 1-and-1. His first shot up and no good. Rebound by McCutcheon. Hands it off to Layton now. 35 seconds left in this game. 74-42 is a full court pass up to Walden with a three from the elbow. His first points of the night as well. As now Dixon takes the ball, gets it over to Parker. Back to Dixon. Started at the top of the key by McCutcheon. Gets it to Bell. Bell going to put up a baseline shot. Air ball. McCutcheon with the rebound. As we approach the final 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. As Layton's just going to hold on to the ball and hand it off to the referee as the buzzer expires. Final score in the semifinal game of the J&C Hoops Classic, 77-42. The Broncos come out on top, and that means, Lou, that they're going to go to their fourth championship game in 4 years of the J&C Hoops Classic to face the Harrison Raiders tomorrow night.
Well,